Thank you so much. And it's fantastic to be here at CPAC with so many true conservatives. And boy, are you needed now. Because the reality is that the West has been run by the left for too long. And we've seen that it's been a complete disaster. On the streets of our big cities, we have people protesting in favour of terrorism. Now, I thought that companies in the free market were meant to be about giving people jobs, giving people opportunities, making money, making profits, creating wealth for our country. But no, we've got a new kind of economics now in the West. It's called wokenomics. It's actually about DEI and ESG and all those other three-letter acronyms that mean less opportunities for people and less future for our nation. There are too many conservatives who have gone along with some of these left-wing ideas. Now, in Britain, we call them chinos, conservatives in name only. I think in America, you call them rhinos, Republicans in name only, but it's the same tendency. It's people who think, I want to be popular. I don't want to upset people. I don't want to look like a mean person. I want to attend nice dinner parties in London or Washington D.C. I want my friends to like me. I don't want to cause trouble. The United Kingdom and the United States are exceptional. We are great nations. And I refuse to have our history talked down. And I refuse to have our values talked down. We need to stand up for those values, and we need to stand up for them every day. And I put forward a range of policies, and those policies got support. They got support from our party members, from our base. And the policies were cutting taxes, cutting the size of government, and reining in the administrative state. Making sure our borders were secure and we were deporting illegal immigrants. Making sure that people could start a family by building more houses and having cheaper energy. I wanted us to get fracking in the United Kingdom. You know that fracking has lowered energy bills here and it's made America less dependent on powers. And that's what I wanted to do in the UK. And what I also wanted to do was get rid of all the EU laws off our statute books. Now, you may think that we voted for Brexit back in 2016. And I'm sure you're going to be surprised to hear that the vast majority of those EU laws are still on our statute books. It's a bit like getting divorced and still living in the same house as your ex-husband. I face the most almighty backlash for those conservative policies that I tried to put in place. From the usual suspects in the media, from the usual suspects in the corporate world, but also from people that were meant to work for the government. The Office of Budget Responsibility, the Bank of England, these organisations sought to undermine the policies. Even the IMF intervened, and even President Biden intervened to have a go at my policies. And we essentially need a bigger bazooka in order to be able to deliver. And I think we have got to challenge the institutions themselves. We've got to challenge the system itself. And we've got to be prepared to take that on as conservatives. And of course, we need Republicans in the Senate, and we need Republicans in the House of Representatives. But we need Republicans who are prepared to fight. We need Republicans who aren't going to cave in to the establishment. We need Republicans who are prepared to take on this difficult task, even if it's unpopular, even if they're criticised, even if they don't get invited to any dinner parties. That is what we need. We have our borders out of control, with illegal immigrants able to enter our countries freely. We have a growing tax burden and a growing size of government, as well as some of the most powerful bureaucratic states that we've ever seen. And our energy bills are going up because of the Green New Deal or net zero, even though China is building coal-fired power stations at a record rate. But what I want to talk most of all about today is the fact that the very basis of Western civilization is being undermined. The values, the Anglo-American values that we hold dear, that were encapsulated in Magna Carta, in the Bill of Rights, in the American Constitution. They're being questioned and undermined. Our history is being challenged. Even our biology is being challenged. Could you imagine 10 years ago that we'd be talking about what a woman is and what a man is and having a serious argument about it? It's incredible. And yet, every issue the left win, they push it even more. They push it to even more extremes. And meanwhile, we've seen President Biden asleep at the wheel in the White House. Because that is the way that we will ensure that Republicans are in power as well as being in office. And it's ultimately conservatives being in power that is what is going to save the West. We will not save the West without that. It's fantastic to be here and get the fresh injection of conservative energy. We need it. We need it very much in Europe. We need it very much in the United Kingdom. And let me tell you, we have 10 years to save the West. Let's get to it now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.